we're going to put, and by the way, if anyone's had breast cancer or has got breast cancer, please be really gentle with where you place your hands. We're going to put one above and one just below the boob like this. And this can be done lying down or sitting up. And for now, I don't want you to do anything other than just breathe. So breathe and bring this at the center of your attention down to that one breast and that side of your chest as well as you breathe. Now, what we're all going to want to do is this. So if you could try and relax, and you can either move your hand further down or not have it there at all, that's fine too. Okay. So breathing into that side. If you want to shut your eyes, feel free. That's it, filling up the rib cage, in particular on that side. And imagining how you're filling up your lungs, and the lungs are expanding and pushing the rib cage outwards. And then as you release the air out of your lungs, the rib cage contracts inwards. So breathing deeply into that side. And releasing the breath. And then very, very gently, we're going to lightly press on where our hands are. And then as we breathe in, we're going to move the hands away from each other, breathing in. And then exhale, return the hands back. So it's like you're kind of ironing out your chest on that side as you're breathing in. And exhale. And again, breathing in. And exhale and let your arms rest. That's it. And if you haven't already, feel free to close your eyes or soften your gaze. And breathe into your rib cage. Paying attention to how your ribs are feeling. And you may notice that the side you've not worked on might feel a little bit sticky. And this side might feel all kind of relaxed and open, like you can breathe more into that side. So what we've done is we've stretched open the intercostal muscles, but also directing the attention down to the lungs means that we've breathed deeper into the bronchioles. So we've been maximizing the breath on that side, which is a nice way to chill out before a class. So let's repeat it on this side. So swapping sides, relaxing your shoulders. And without moving your hands just yet, I just want you to breathe into that side. So start paying attention to your lungs on that side. And exhale. By the way, if anyone can hear that, that's my mum talking on the phone in the kitchen and it's echoing. It's really loud. Can you hear it?
No.
Okay. Can almost hear her word for word. And then we're going to lightly press and then open the hands away as you breathe in. And exhale as you return. So breathing in. Imagine ironing out the kinks and exhaling. And breathing in. And one more gentle one. And then release everything. And this time you might need to have a little wiggle to reset those shoulders. So and take some deep breaths into your rib cage. It's always my thumbs that don't like it. That's it. So you might need to shake things out. Elbows, yeah. And take some big breaths in, really feeling like you're now maximizing your lung capacity. And my favourite part of the class is to lie down. So we finally get to lie down on our backs. So take a lie down. I might not lie down just yet, but I want you to. I'm just going to talk. And with lying down, if it's comfortable to you, lengthen out your legs and feel free to put something underneath your knees. So you're not completely flat against the bed or the mat. And allow your palms to rest upwards, just a little bit away from your body. That's a nice way to switch everything off. And I'm going to mention the word landmarks a bit today. So the landmarks in relation to our bodies today are the parts of your body that are touching the bed or the mat. So you'll have your occipital region of the back of your skull. You'll have the rib cage and the shoulders. And while you're doing this gentle scan through your landmarks, think about whether your shoulders are weighted evenly on the bed. You may need to just have a little wiggle to readjust and get them even. And think about your rib cage. And is it 11 and 12 ribs that float? So think about those and imagine keeping them firmly placed on the.
Me, you're frozen for.
Frozen, isn't she?
Yeah, frozen, yeah.
Well, I was just thinking, I was like, is it just mine that's frozen, or is
I know,
everyone?
that's what I was thinking. Is it me?
Yeah, I thought she's never quiet that long.
Me.
I was wondering the same.
Me.
Yeah, she's dropped off.
Bless her.
Does she know?
Apparently, Emily is the host now.
Oh
bless
no,
hello.
here she comes.
I'm here.
Hey.
Hi.
You just vanished on me.
Well, you vanished
Well,
on
you
Fine.
vanished on us.
Yeah.
us.
So who was made host then?
Emily?
Was it?
Yeah.
Emily.
Where are you, Emily? I can't see you. You've got. Oh, there you are. And Katie's just joining now too. So after that really relaxing body scan, so now you have scanned your body, we're going to move into pelvic tilts. So the pelvic tilts, I'd like you to bend your knees to see if you can explore getting the middle of your back into the mat. Now, please don't force this. It's more the tilt of the pelvis. That means your back will kind of flatten down into the mat and then release away just a touch. So I mentioned the floating ribs, those gorgeous bottom ribs here. We're going to try and connect those floating ribs down to the mat, including the middle of your spine. Katie, welcome.
Hi, sorry I'm late.
It's all good. I vanished for a minute as well, and I only just came back again.
Okay.
And then release. So it's a very gentle pelvic tilt, flattening into the mat. And then release. And I still want you to keep the ribs on the mat or the bed as we then float the buttocks up off the mat. And I'm not expecting you to create space underneath you. If that doesn't work for you today, I just want you to activate the muscles as though you are getting that lift. So if you've had a really rubbish weekend and you're really just having to conserve energy, especially if your name begins with M, then I want you to be really gentle. So even if it's a gentle pelvic tilt, that's perfect. And Anne, you might be, oh, Anne, it's so weird seeing you on the floor. I'm loving this. Hi. This is so cool. Okay, so just gentle floating and down. Well done. Katie, that's just adorable. Katie got kisses from her cats then. They were both nose to nose. So we're keeping the rib cage down. I haven't said anything about moving pillows because actually this is just the lower part of our spine, so we're not going to be compressing our necks because the rib cage is down. And I'd like you to imagine your spine like a TheraBand or a resistance band. So as you're peeling it up, it's all gorgeous and supple and elastic. And imagine that the knees are drawing away from you like you're pulling the elastic band away from you. And the spine this way is pulling. So you're creating that length in your spine as you're lifting just a touch and then lowering back down.
Okay, how do I do that without my head trying to shoot into the chair behind me? Because
Good question. So what you need to do is if you imagine pushing your knees away and drawing your heels back towards you, then you're not pushing that way, you're kind of drawing that way. Does that make sense, Anne? Can you see it? Yeah. And you will feel your hamstrings activate more as you do it. Yeah. Which is why I want you to keep it gentle. If anyone notices their knees get really tense or painful in this as well, put a ball or something between your knees. Okay, it's a really nice, I do it quite a lot. And what happens is then you're activating your inner thighs a little bit too, which just supports your knees better. So it's worth giving it a go if you want to. So super gentle. Now this time, I'd like you to lift the pelvis just a little bit and then push down on one foot. So almost as though you're trying to float one foot up, but notice my foot's not going anywhere, but you're pushing down on the other foot. And then we're going to swap, so pushing down on this foot and floating the other one, but not letting the foot actually leave. So if you're doing that technique that I just mentioned to Anne, with heels to buttocks and pushing down, you're gonna really feel it in your hamstrings and your buttocks. It's a big strengthening exercise. I think it's pretty fabulous, but I do want you to rest when you need to, okay? Well done, it's great to see some of you resting and stretching. I'm just gonna let in Tori. There we go. And then when you're ready, hug the knees in towards your chest. Remember to make room for bellies as well, so hug the knees wide. Oh, if you need to, so you can still breathe. That's it. And you might want to push the heels to the sky. Well done. Can I hear someone's fan now? Going It's all that hanging upside down, isn't it? Right. I'd like you to then lower one leg and keep one leg in towards you. So basically doing scissors, but we're doing the bed Pilates version of scissors here. And then reach up. Now, if you're particularly potsy, you might need to do like one or two of these and then lower your legs and sway your knees instead. Okay, because legs above heart can increase the POTS feelings. As you're doing this. I wonder I'm sure it's a fan. It's good old vibration going on. Well done. horse, isn't it? I find this quite a hard move. Does anyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My left hip keeps clunking. Why is that?
Ah, who said that? Wave to me, because I heard.
Michelle.
Oh, Michelle, there you are. Yeah. So is it like a clunk in the front here?
Yeah, I think so. It is when it goes sort of lower.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a big clunk.
Laura,
It
you
doesn't hurt. It just moves. It just does a funny feeling.
Yes, but it's in both sides, but mine feels like it's coming out of my bum.
Yeah, so yours is the other way. Okay. It's called snapping band syndrome.
Oh.
It's a really normal thing and it's a bit annoying. So that clunk going down, I've got it on this side, is it could be a mixture of things. It could be like a muscle or a tendon kind of pinging over each other that causes the clunk and then return. It's advised not to kind of keep doing it repeatedly because it can cause inflammation. But like doing a couple is fine. It's not going to cause anything awful in it. But it's a really normal thing, but I find them annoying. Don't you, Michelle?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a bit odd and annoying when it does.
Yeah. Right. We are going to we're going to get the band underneath our feet. So is it this one where we're going to create a hoodie? Oh no, not yet. So we're going to put the band underneath our feet and sit up. And bring the knees in front of the hips, but they can be a bit wider than your hips. So you've got room to breathe and be aware of face pingage potential in this position. So we're here. And making sure you keep your shoulders in joint. There's a high proportion of people in this group who have hypermobility or EDS. Okay? So what happens when you've got the resistance band is it's really easy if you forget to kind of let your shoulder hang out of joint. And it's like that bone hanging out of this bit and you can kind of create space here. It's a really common thing, but I want you to try and activate a little bit. So by activating, you're imagining drawing the arms into the sockets and then drawing the shoulders down a little bit to keep the shoulders in their joint. And if that is all you do today and you have had enough, that's fine. Okay, so you've activated those muscles beautifully. If you want to do more, we're now going to come off our sit bones and move towards the sacrum. Now we've all got sacrums in the same place, but we have got different shaped bums. Okay, so some of you might find your sacrum immediately, and some of you might have a little bit of bottom to get past in order to get to your sacrum and then move back up. Okay. I'm just trying to work out what you did then. Are you all right, Katie? Yeah.
Yeah.
So gently coming off the sit bones and then return and activating the belly lightly. So now you're thinking, not only are you having to think about your shoulder girdle, you're having to think belly. Now this you're going to really feel, Jen, when you're doing this one because you haven't got the band.
Yeah,
So if you want to go for...
I can't manage this one because of my back at the minute.
Yeah.
It doesn't want to. I've got S1, L4 and L5 knackered. So...
All in one go. Okay, if you lie back, keep your spine fairly straight.
Yeah.
As we do this, let's get your hips nice and mobile because they'll be feeling it quite a lot as well.
Yeah.
Anyone else who's also feeling it in their hip flexors?
I'm the same. I cannot sit up on a bed. I just can't hold my back up.
Yeah.
So I can only lie down and do anything.
Yeah, so this is perfect. So doing this is gorgeous. And you can also do this. Okay, so you can have your legs lengthened or bent, but just try not to ping your face.
Thank you.
Okay. I don't want you to have a slapped face. Right. So whether you are sitting or lying, we're going to row, but we're going to row palms downwards, drawing the elbows back, drawing the shoulders together and return. So same like this, drawing together And return. Keep it small. I don't expect big movements from you. That's it. Gorgeous. And you could be doing this and you could introduce a hinge. So a small hinge back if you want to, if you're sat up. Well done, Katie.
That's good. Yeah, I got all that going on in my lower back as well, and I think the ligaments connecting my lumbar vertebrae to the back of my pelvis as well are all very sensitive. Yeah.
So well done for listening.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we're going to draw back and hold that position. So you're either here or here. And you're breathing. And then when you're ready, we're going to hinge back a bit more and we're going to grab the band into our fists this time. So, and you're just going to do bicep curls like this. Or like this.
Arms are really shaky. Is that because my muscles are not used to
It's because you're working hard.
it?
So you can, the word is choke up your band, which means you can move your hands further up your band if you want to make it lighter for you, Michelle. You're probably
Yeah.
going for it. Whew.
I think anything is going for it for me.
For today. Okay.
Exactly. Some days it's easier than others.
Yeah. When you're ready, take a break. Get those hands to air themselves. You might want to sway your knees side to side. This is one of my favourite things to do. Knees side to side.
When I'm doing the rowing type things, I find it really helpful to imagine drawing my shoulders down towards a V shape in the small of my back rather than just straight down.
Yeah, into the back pockets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your back jeans pockets, Anne. Thanks, Anne. Okay, now band underfoot. So one of your feet, sorry. And if you can, create a little hoodie for your toes. So you've got a little bit of extra for your toes, like a bit of a flappy bit coming off your toes. And then allow the shoulders to move away from your ears without forcing them down, and keep the elbows tucked. That's it. And then we're going to lengthen the leg without bending it backwards and allow the foot to flex. So you might want to move it a little bit away from you to allow it to be comfortable. And then I'd like you to point your toes into the band and then release. So it's a gentle point and release. Now, Jen, you're going to really feel it in your hip flexors because you're not using a band, so do take lots of breaks, please. So it's a gentle push away and flex. And have a look down at your foot and see if you're able to push it away evenly. So you're not pushing more of your big toe or your little toe first. It's all moving away from you in one. So that'll help you straighten your ankle as well as you stabilise. And then I'd like you to imagine you have got something on the top of your foot. So you might have a block or a ball on the top of your foot, and you're going to keep that foot as flat as you can so the block or the ball isn't going to go anywhere as you bend the knee in towards your chest and push away, keeping that block really still. Now this is a knee strengthening move, but I want you to be very gentle. So if your knees are flaring up a little bit, maybe do one and then stop and take a break. So you're trying to keep that foot flat so the block doesn't fall off the top of your foot. And then we're going to take a moment to have a break. So let that foot go and give your fingers a wiggle. That's it. Usually I swap straight away into the band, but actually there's a lot of people suffering in here today, so we're going to have more breaks. So when you feel ready, you could either lasso your foot or sit up and create a hoodie with your toes. And bring the elbows down away from your ears. And when I said elbows away from ears, I meant rest the elbows on the floor and bring the shoulders away from your ears a little bit. So, okay, there we go. So now we're going to point the toe and release. So pointing and releasing. By the way, while I think of it, don't forget Meg is teaching bed yoga on Thursday instead of me. So it'll be her. She's very exciting. That'll be our first ever bed yoga class. And I'll be in Birmingham teaching a whole load of staff people how to make exercise accessible. Woohoo! It's exciting, isn't it? Yeah.
Always drop in for a cuppa.
Oh! That would be so cool if I could. There we go.
Whereabouts in Birmingham are you going to be?
Midlands Art Centre.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. At the Mac.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we're going to imagine we've got a block on our foot, keeping the foot flat, bending the knee and pushing it away. I'm staying in Bourneville near the Cadbury's factory.
I'm literally 1.2 miles away from where you're staying.
Oh my God.
I'm the next village over.
That's so annoying because I'm having to get a train.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting there till 9 that night. And then I've got to leave straight after lunch to come back here.
Aww.
Typical, isn't it?
And I can't drive, so.
No. Next time.
Next time.
So gentle. And then when you're ready, we're going to relax that leg and relax the hands. Woo! Are you all okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Right. La la la, turn the page. Okay, so we're going to sit up for anyone who feels comfortable seated. And if you feel comfortable, you could bring your legs into a diamond position as well.
Oh.
That's it. And obviously, as always, lying down is perfectly wonderful too.
I wish you could see, but my cat is fully laid out in the sun under my feet here.
We're being outvoted now, aren't we? There's more cats in this group than dogs. So hold on to the band with your palms upwards, and we're going to move into the dumb waiter. So you might want to readjust the band slightly.
Hang on.
That's it. Oh.
Oh, palms down, is that? Or up?
So palms upwards
Up.
as you
I
open.
can't quite see.
That's it. It's because I'm blending into my pink mat, aren't I?
Well, I've still not worked out how to get on my telly. I've still got it on my phone, so at times I'm like trying to look.
I find the easiest as a cable. The HDMI
I
cable.
have tried, but it just seems to, yeah, I just haven't seemed to manage to work it out. I've tried and it doesn't seem to recognise my phone, but who knows? I've got a new phone not long ago, so normally I'm quite good with technology, but yeah, this one doesn't seem to want to connect.
Might just take time playing.
Yeah, I'll have a fiddle with it. I keep meaning to do it when I'm not in a class, and I remember it when I come to class, and then I forget again.
Oh, I do that kind of thing all the time. So take a moment to rest your shoulders. That's it. And we're going to bring the band either here or here, depending on what is better for you. That's it. But now relax the shoulders. So as Anne said, guide the shoulders down towards each other into a V. Well done. And you could be here instead. Okay. Now what are we doing? Oh, rotate. So we're going to rotate the band very lightly and then return back to the centre. And return to the other way. And come back to the centre. So small movements. That's it. Well done. And final one. Gentle. And then release the band back down and give your shoulders kind of a circle. Let's get those shoulder blades moving a little bit because we've been working them today, and do this one as well. That's it. And you could do this one gentle.
Nope.
You could go like
Do
this.
that.
Like this.
Just
Can't get the bend. Well done. And then we're going to tick-tock the head. So I want you to imagine your chin is fixed as you gently bring an ear to a shoulder and then release and up and over the other way. If you have not got hypermobility, you could hold that position for longer and breathe into the stretch. But if you have got hypermobility, I would move in and out gently. Some people prefer to actually put their finger there, and it does tend to help you work out your movement. And then I'd like you to imagine you've got that nice juicy peach underneath your chin, and you're going to rest your chin down on the juicy peach. And then you're going to sniff an armpit. So you're going to bring your chin down towards an armpit and breathe. And then move back to your juicy peach and down to the other armpit to breathe. And then return. Well done. And one final side stretch so we can...
sorry, my doorbell's ringing.
It's okay. Really make the most of your intercostal muscles, and remember you can go here if you prefer. And exhale up and over the other way.
Hi, yeah, bear
with me 1
second. I've got a cast on my arm. If you could put them in the garage, I'll be down in a sec with the keys.
And fold yourself forward, taking a breath into your rib cage. And then you get to lie down again if you like, or you could sit up for this body scan. So we're going to move into the relaxation element of the class. So whatever you do, just get yourself comfy. Even if it's hugging a pillow or a bolster, that's gorgeous too. We're going to start with allowing our bodies to relax into whatever surface we are lucky enough to have underneath us. And allow your body to relax fully into the support of the floor or the bed beneath you. And really feeling your body in contact with the mat and the ground underneath you. And then breathe in through your nose and hold it. And then allow your breath to come out of your mouth really slowly. So in through the nose. And lightly hold it. And then release out through your mouth. And I'd like you to start focusing on your toes. And give them a little bit of a scrunch, and then a flex, and then a release. And then move your mind towards your ankles and relax your ankles. Relax your calf muscles, your knees, and thigh muscles. And any thoughts that just happen to float into your mind, allow them to float in and then away from you in an air bubble. Moving to your buttocks, allow them to relax. Allow your pelvic area to relax. And begin to notice any tension you may have in your back. And I'd like you to breathe into your back. So doing that breath in, holding, and then releasing through your mouth. Let's do it again just there, breathing in, hold, and then relax. And moving your mind to your shoulders, lifting them up to your ears, and then release them completely. And then it's time to relax your neck and your jaw muscles. So take a breath in. And as you breathe out, let go of any tension you might be holding into your neck and your jaw. And finally, the top of your head. For one last time, I'd like you to hunch your shoulders up, and as you release your shoulders, any remaining tension can sink out of you. Imagine it just flowing out of you as you take a breath in. Hold it lightly, and then release it all slowly. Take a few more breaths, enjoying this feeling of relaxation and calm. And then slowly bring your attention back to the room. Begin to notice the sounds around you. And when you're ready, open your eyes and take a look around. And wiggle your fingers and your toes. And if it feels good, you could reach back into a prayer stretch. Or you could reach your arms up, have a stretch. Oh, and a really big yawn. Oh. And then in celebration of the gorgeous class today, as we bring our hands up, press them together, pushing them down past your chest, and bring gratitude for your body, for its strength and for its slight mobility as well, in particular hamstrings today with our bands. Well done everybody, you've done amazingly. Thank you all